tell not only a Shawnee story, but very much a Midwestern story of what truck farming was and how dependent the area farmers were on the Kansas City market, bringing their vegetables and fruits to a ready market in downtown Kansas City. But very much a Kansas story, it's also a Missouri story, but very much Midwestern.
We are interpreting the 20th century, and most museums in the country interpret the 18th and the 19th century. And so we're really breaking new ground. And it was a fun time. It was a great time. So I think that being able to interpret something different, I think that makes an impact.
So in the 1920s, we still have some inventions that are familiar to us today. We have telephones, we have phonographs, we have records, we have newspapers, we have a lot of kitchen devices that might look familiar. The 1920s is kind of that bridge between the modern era that we live in now and the 19th century.
Seeing the different places that they had to live in and deal with and what they had to do was cool.
It's been getting a really positive amount of feedback from teachers, from kids, from families, adults of all ages. It really attracts a multi-generational audience.
And I think what's really nice to see with the families is so much interaction with the parents and the children. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we're a living history museum.
And because of the nature of living history, it's a very hands-on learning experience. We want people to be able to touch. When you come here to Shawnee Town, we want people to be able to learn through touching and through talking with our interpreters.
As it gets buttery, it gets harder and harder to turn.
I think the kids, when they go through the house, they're so amazed at what they see. It's made a huge difference. Much more enthusiasm for the programs. The teachers are really, really happy.
This field trip was awesome.
Yeah, I think it was a good field trip.
I had a lot of fun.
It's a really good field trip, and I hope I get to come here again. Thank you, Shawnee Town.
We would not be able to open the farmstead in 2013 were it not for Ron Deffenbaugh and his foundation.
I think what Mr. Deffenbaugh has done is he really has put the living in living history for us. And as a staff, I think it's easier for us to work with the community because we have tangible buildings and items. And so I just don't think we could ever thank Mr. Deffenbaugh enough. I really don't.
I think kids who visit us from all over the metro area, they come here to see what life was like in the 1920s. So every time a kid from Lee's Summit comes here, every time a kid from North Kansas City, every time a kid from Topeka comes here, they come from all over, not just Kansas City. They benefit from the Deffenbaugh gift. So it's not about just being an authentic museum, it's about teaching life ways and values and what life was like to our young people. To show that there's more than just technology out there. It's about relationships, it's about work, it's about community, and those are the lessons that they learn out here.